I don't know.
I would like your thoughts on it.
I know, but you're saying things without saying things, so I don't know whether or not you want me to
No, I think she was pretty
follow-ups.
clear that maybe you don't need to listen to it. She doesn't think it's very good.
Well, Pat,
I think that was
said it
obvious.
Good. Pat, you like
I
it?
just prefer some of her previous works, that's all.
Okay, that's okay. That's fair.
She's an incredible artist.
That sounds like a Copley song. That is a loaded comment.
She's an incredible artist.
I think you just know what the reaction might be. Not that the clientele is maybe too overlapping, but if they were to hear that anyone said that something she put out wasn't good, you might have some nasty messages.
Well, I think it was amazing, Swifties. I think it was the greatest album I've ever heard. Now, I haven't heard it, but I think it's the greatest album I've ever heard.
Good job.
She's an incredible artist.
How about the Commanders and the Chargers yesterday, huh?
Jayden Daniels, another incredible artist, am I right?
Yeah, no, you are right about
He
that,
is.
actually.
He's awesome.
The Commanders yesterday beat the Chargers 27-10. Jayden had 231 and a touchdown. And ever since we started really going over the top praising the Chargers, they've now lost 2 games in a row.
So it's our fault?
Well, maybe. So what are the Chargers exactly? Do we know?
I said in our one-liners, can the real Chargers please stand up? Because I don't have a clue. Is it the team we saw in the first 3 weeks of the season or the last 2 weeks?
Didn't we label this going in as the What Are They game? Trying to figure out exactly who the Chargers and the Commanders were going to be. We give the Commanders somewhat of a pass because Jayden Daniels missed multiple games with that knee injury, but it seems weird in terms of what the Chargers were able to show through the first 3 weeks and who they've been the last 2 weeks. You lose on the road against the New York Giants, a team that has looked god-awful in every other game this season, including yesterday against the Saints. And then you lose to the Washington Commanders when you're at home, first game back for Jayden Daniels after missing a couple of weeks. I just don't understand it. They did things yesterday that are uncharacteristic. Back-to-back weeks, this team has had multiple turnovers and double-digit penalties. It's the first time it's ever happened in Jim Harbaugh's coaching career. So, again, this is not the identity that he typically establishes with his team. So it's been Jekyll and Hyde-ish for the LA Chargers. And I'm not quite sure what's going on with them, but they almost feel like a team that needs to recalibrate in order to get back to what we thought was a team that was the team to beat in the AFC West.
Another injury at the running back position yesterday with Amarian Hampton, their first-round pick out of North Carolina. Najee Harris is banged up also. I mean, that's, this should be, even though they have a great quarterback.
Yeah, but that injury happened late, though. I mean, they were.
No, I'm just saying in general moving forward now.
Yeah, they were headed down that road and getting their ass cut by the Washington Commanders well before that happened. I mean, they gave up 27 unanswered points to the Washington Commanders yesterday. 27. After the first quarter, they couldn't do anything offensively. I mean, if you want to call it bad luck, tip pass at the goal line that ends up being an interception by Mikey Sandustra, yeah, okay, that's cool. I can dismiss that one. But they weren't able to sustain drives. They had penalties that were gifting the Washington Commanders first downs. I didn't recognize this version of the LA Chargers.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. They didn't control what they could, which is the penalties and the turnovers. 10 penalties, multiple turnovers in consecutive games. First time a Jim Harbaugh coach NFL team has done that. So it is very uncharacteristic from him to have his teams turning the ball over and being penalized in this way. You usually have a more disciplined group under Jim Harbaugh.
I mean, Quentin Johnston giving up the ghost with a fumble. They haven't been able to get Ladd McConkey involved either. Like, he's gone 4 straight games having less than 50 yards receiving. He was the guy. Now, I think from a target share standpoint, Keenan Allen is taking some of those looks. But still, they just haven't found their footing in terms of being able to, have balance on the offensive side of the ball. And again, I think to your point, Evan, the offensive line being banged up is starting to be a thing that we have to look at. It is, because Justin Herbert is under a lot of duress, under a lot of pressure. Even though the sack numbers aren't crazy, people are putting him under pressure, and we're starting to see some cracks in terms of mistakes come from him.
I know we have another game tonight, obviously Monday Night Football with the Chiefs, but Chargers have lost now 2 in a row. Broncos had a great win yesterday on the road, come from behind win against the champs in Philly. How do you rank 1, 2, 3 in the AFC West right now? The Raiders are 4. I mean, that's obvious.
I have to get back with you after tonight.
I
have to get back with you because I don't. Here's the thing. I am not willing to say that the Kansas City Chiefs have figured everything out, especially on the offensive side of the ball after dominating the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not going to give you credit for wins over the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. So let me see you do it against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a defense that is real feisty, real chippy, that will take the ball away. If you have a productive outing on the offensive side of the ball, if you're able to take care of your business tonight against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a team that in the aggregate we really don't trust, then all of a sudden I'm willing to consider that the Kansas City Chiefs are back to our regularly scheduled program. They're the top dogs in the AFC West. But if they lose tonight, I think you have to gauge it week to week in terms of who the best team is in that division. Again, the AFC.
So Broncos would be now then.
I was going to say it could be the Broncos.
I would say the Broncos right now, and I'm sure a lot of people had it that way going into the season, but that is the fascinating aspect of the AFC this year. There's so much variance in what we're seeing from these teams week to week. We don't know who the best team is. Remember, I was saying that about the quarterbacks in this league. Now you're saying that about the teams as a whole. So, yeah, I don't know how to power rank the AFC West right now, except for putting the Las Vegas Raiders in the cellar. I think we all can agree there. But, yeah, there's a real chance that the best team in this division may very well be the Chargers. They just didn't play like it yesterday.
Do you have a team definitively in the NFC that you think is at the top of the mountain?
I would still say the Eagles.
Even though the offense is disjointed and they're coming off a loss and it looks like they have some issues from a personnel and personality standpoint?
All fair. The Eagles simultaneously could be the best team in the NFC and on the hot mess list this week. Both would be fair.
I was just wondering if, because we've seen some cracks there, that
Would you put over the Eagles?
Maybe the Lions. Maybe
Bucks
the Lions.
After the win, I mean, Bucks win 60 seconds to go. The Bucks are going to win no matter what.
If we're gonna judge them based on their losses, I would say the Eagles, even though they blew a double-digit lead at home, it was a better loss than the Lions had week 1 against the Packers.
But it's week 1. You have 2 new coordinators.
I mean, here, I get it. I just think it's hard. I think it's hard to be perfect throughout the entirety of the season. Like, if we're going to talk about lining up everything at stake, who do you trust more to be able to come out with a win between a matchup in the Eagles and the Lions? I'm still going to lean toward the Eagles, even though they got some issues.
Gotcha.
So, Damian Woody's going to join us next, and I always love promoting what's going on with the show and promoting our great advertising partners, but I think that I have to pass it on to somebody today.
Oh, yeah!
Because we have Monster Energy. Monster Energy is part of this today, but I think it's appropriate that CC does this.
Well, the reason why Evan Cohen is doing this is because Virginia brought the energy this weekend in a 30-27 win over Louisville in overtime. Ready to take it to the next level, then unleash the beast this college tailgate season with Monster Energy. Virginia unleashed the beast on the Louisville Cardinals this weekend. Tear into a can of the meanest energy drink on the planet. Monster Energy, unleash the beast. It's unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio.